of a break. We're now joined by John Hoover, covers Oklahoma, SI.com for many things as well. He, of course, covering the Sooners as well. John, they are on fire. They're doing everything. Their defense has been good. Pitching's nuts yesterday, crazy good. And obviously they're explosive on offense. Are they playing their best right now, Oklahoma?
Yeah, Smokey, they're playing their best. They're playing the best that they've played in probably almost 10 years. Last time at the College World Series was 12 years ago, and they're playing better than that team ever did. So this is fairly unprecedented, fairly unexpected.
With them being in the winners bracket, I mean, they're going to get A&M or Notre Dame again. Has their pitching's kind of set up perfectly, right? As far as the bullpen, the starters, everything they want to have happen has gone right as far as their roster, right?
So far, I don't know if I'd say their pitching is setting up perfectly. The two co-aces, the two guys that have pitched the best in this postseason, pitched well in Omaha. They both, Jake Bennett and Cade Horton, both pitched well, pitched great in Omaha. But now, what do? You know, now that you're going to have to go to a guy that was your third starter. He's been roughed up a couple of times in the postseason, or you might have to go to a guy you haven't used in a few weeks in the postseason. You might have to go to a long reliever. They don't really. Skip Johnson doesn't really know yet what the plan is. I think the plan is to pitch as many guys as he needs to pitch. David Sandlin is going to start tomorrow or Wednesday, and he's had a little bit of a scuffling postseason. So that's not like their best plan, but it might be actually their best plan. I asked Skip Johnson today if he's going to. Call just dropped.
John, you there? John, we got you.
Oh, you there?
Yeah, we got you.
There we are.
Yeah, we
okay.
lost you.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. So I asked Skip today if Jake Bennett was available on Wednesday, and he said no. They're going to David Sandlin, and that's going to be the guy that they go with. They'll try to at some point get the long relief in there if they have to, and then turn it over to their closer.
So, John, I know Skip Johnson's been around for a few seasons now, but what has taken place to culminate into where they are in the position that they're in right now, knocking on the door of the College World Series championship potentially? What's been the process and the things that have stood out in terms of how he's brought the program to this point?
Yeah, it's really kind of ridiculous. And I asked him this question. It was the first story I wrote for the week, and that is everybody but everybody in every sport says, we're going to take it one game at a time, one pitch at a time, one inning at a time, whatever it is. And Oklahoma lives and dies by that, but it's work. And it's like, okay, why are your guys buying into it and no other team in America, is buying into it? I'm curious about it. I don't know. I don't understand. They just, they talk about living in the moment. And I'll tell you, you guys know this, being in Waco, Augie Garrido, very, very Zen master kind of approach to the game. Very, holistic approach and be in the moment, be where your shoes are, all that kind of stuff. Well, being a disciple of Augie, Skip Johnson has really kind of preached that to this team. And the thing is, they've bought in, and they've really bought in because a lot of the young guys have come into the lineup at this point. And when you've got a lot of young people that haven't heard the message for the past 3 or 4 years, maybe it sinks in a little more.
I was going to bring up the Garrido influence, but you just answered that question as well because of it. What's it been like to have the group of teams? I know some of them are gone. Texas is gone. Obviously, Oklahoma's already done what they've done, but to have Texas and A&M and Oklahoma and also Arkansas together,
Auburn.
What?
Auburn.
Well, I was bringing up those four because of just connections between those four. To have those four along with the others in Omaha, how kind of interesting has that been?
It has been interesting because you've got some Big 12 flavor, you've got some SEC flavor, you've got some future SEC flavor. It's been an interesting dynamic. Arkansas sure looks impressive. We're going to see what they're going to do tonight, but yeah, for the most part, I think everybody around here, maybe I shouldn't say everybody, speak for everybody, But I think a lot of people in this region are hoping for an Oklahoma-Arkansas National Championship Series. That would be kind of off the rails.
My God, would that be fun to watch?
Yeah.
That would be fun to watch. Thanks for your time, John. We appreciate it. I know you've been busy doing other things that you do covering Oklahoma. So thanks for your time and enjoy Omaha.
All right, guys. Have a great summer.
John Hoover from SI.com covers Oklahoma. He's been in Tulsa and now covers Oklahoma for what he does. He also has a Fan Nation site as well on his a part of his resume currently right now covering OU. Man, I tell you what, Skip Johnson.